Hello, everybody. What's up? It's me, O'Neill, and I am beaming with the Christmas season because it is time to listen to a song that has slowly become, and not slowly, but very quickly become a favorite of mine for the Christmas season, and that is Tori Kelly's 25th. And we're not just hearing 25th from her Christmas album, but we're hearing her do it live because she did a concert recently from Capitol Studios where she did all of the songs from her Christmas album. And so in the Christmas season, we're going to be listening to Tori Kelly, and this is not a reaction, and it's a vocal talk through. This is not a reaction. This is a talk through. Yes, this is a talk through. This is not a reaction. This is a talk through. Yeah, this is a talk through. So Tori Kelly has been a favorite artist of mine for, I would say like a few years now. Like it's been a while that I've really been obsessed with her. One of my goals with this talk through would probably be to hear the nuances and the differences between when she's in head voice and when she's in a true mixed supported belt. There are slight differences between the two because she's so good at just creating that mirage of there's no difference between my head voice and my mix. And so I want to actually just travel into a little bit of those nuances and just enjoy her voice. So let's watch her as she sings 25th off of her Christmas album.
Don't you know that Christmas would be incomplete?
Right? Right? It's so crazy where she chooses to transition from head voice to chest. She makes just very, very clear and very specific nuances. Let's listen to that again.
Don't you know that Christmas would be incomplete?
Right? Christmas again was all in head voice, and then please is where she switched, right? And then listen to the second one.
If you're not here with me.
Right? Actually, no, they're actually both the same. But Christmas will be incomplete. Because the line is primarily head voice based, when she's re-entering with her chest, she's not making the sound overly big and rambunctious and heavy. She's actually lifting the sound so that it actually matches the rest of the line. And that's something that I don't think that people realize with using their head voice and using their chest. The opportunity that you have to make one register sound like another register. And honestly, that's where the illusion is.
Someone go tell Santa I don't need no gift.
Right? And even with that upward motion, someone go tell was all in chest, and then Santa, right? Now when she brings that head voice part in, she actually made it a little bit wider in terms of the vowel and a little bit brighter in terms of the nasal resonance to kind of put down the line well. So if she's, it's almost like an alley-oop. Her chest voice throws up the basketball, and then her head voice comes in with the dunk, and because there's a momentum that comes from the ball, the head voice remembers that momentum and then uses that momentum to dunk the ball and finish off the line with grace. I hope that analogy made sense, but yeah, I absolutely love it. Come on, Tori.
Don't you know my only wish?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait. And this is the thing about Tori. Like her runs are so sneaky and they're so clean. So she makes them sound easy, but it's just a little thing. Don't you know my only Don't you know my only wish? Wait, what was that?
Don't you know my only wish?
Right. And so there's a little turn there. Don't you know my only wish? Love it. And it's all in tune. Come on, Tori.
It's to hold you on the 25th.
Right? And one thing that's actually slightly nuanced with what she does when she comes live versus the studio is that when she's in her chest, she kind of puts like this a little bit of a sass in the vowel. A feel. I feel like in the studio she's very much clean. We're never getting her with like super wide vowels, like I was saying before with the vocal talk through for Oh Santa, like Jennifer Hudson. But now when she's live, she gets a chance to kind of be a little bit sassy with it. So even with the fifth, she kind of made that a little bit wider in terms of her execution.
Hold you on the 25th.
Yeah. I put a little bit more chest on that. Yeah.
Seasons here, lights appear, spread the cheer everywhere. What a year it
right? And one thing that I love about the way that she navigates her lower register, when it seasons here, like she's in her chest again, but there is this lightness that's on it that makes it sound as if she's just in her head voice. It's almost as if she were to be like seasons here, lots of cheer, blah blah da 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 da, year it has been. Very, very small sound that she's creating, but she's totally in control of it.
From the cold, your embrace, so I just can't wait.
Right? And now there is a difference with the way that she executed that last way. You could tell it was a much more forward sound, and it wasn't a has been, was a little bit further back. And then she chooses, okay, I'm singing the same melody, let's make it a little bit different, let's bring it forward a little bit more weight. Again, small nuances that make it feel like storytelling. Come on.
Catch the midnight flight.
And you can already hear as she goes into this pre-chorus that she's already preparing to kind of bring some more I don't know, maybe I'm gonna predict it. I'm gonna try and predict it because this is live, so it's not the studio, but you can see catch the midnight flight. Like you can hear there's a little bit more weight on the sound. There's a little bit more, she's leaning a little bit more into the lyric, and I'm like, okay, is she going to give us a little bit more power on this second version of the chorus, or is she just going to let it float? It's Tori. I think she's gonna let it float. But we'll see. Is she gonna give more on the chorus, or is she gonna let it float? Maybe you should put it in the comments before you see this part, and then tell me, you know, what if you were right or wrong.
No more silent night.
Right? And then she pulled back.
By your side. Oh, don't you know that Christmas would be incomplete?
Yeah, she let it float. Like I would say that, like, it wasn't even that because she could have belted it out, and because again she knows how to lighten her chest and how to lighten her belts, she could have don't you know that Christmas would be incomplete if you're not here with me, and it still made it sound light, but she let it float in her head voice. Don't you know that Christmas will be incomplete if you're not here with me? Go tell Santa I don't need no gifts and nothing on my list. And even that chord progression, I love what she's doing there. Like, because again, this is something that she would have written, probably with other people, but don't you know that Christmas would be incomplete if you're not here with me? Should have they have as sweet as you. Don't do 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 do. Like the melody is simple, but the chords kind of bring in this like it feels, I don't know, I just like the way that they interact together. It's really cool. But yeah, she let it float. I like what she did there. Right. And then she brings it, right? Sugar is where she actually allows the belt to happen. Like, and that's the thing. It's like she's crossfaded her voice so much. And when I say crossfaded, it's not an official term. I just kind of think of it as this way. She's allowed her head voice to have some trips into her chest voice. So she knows how to bring her head voice down, and she knows how to bring her chest voice up. Now she has options. And so she's like, oh, do I want to head voice this? Oh, do I want to mix this? Let's go in between. Let's see. Or even if I'm mixing, do I want to make the mix lighter? Do I want to make it heavier? She has so many choices because her voice is so well built from the bottom up, and I absolutely love it. And the thing is, as a vocal coach, I not only listen to people who have built their voices from the bottom up, I also help people build their voices from the bottom up. And so I want to let you know that if you want to take voice lessons with me, the opportunity is now. You can go to o'neillgerald.com and you'll be able to book a call with me. Just go to call, like, you know, at the bottom, it's also at the top, and you can see that you're going to be able to have a call with me. And then also, if you also want some other information from me that is also 20 minutes in length and just as saturated, if not more saturated with knowledge, I want you to check out my webinar on the 5 mistakes that keep singers from singing their best and how to overcome them. Because as a vocal coach, there are so many things that that people like Tori Kelly have overcome in order to be able to use their voice in a very smart way and in a way that exudes confidence and exudes skill and mastery. And I wanted to actually take some of those mistakes that I was seeing other students that I was that I've been coaching, those mistakes I've seen them make, and I wanted to allow you guys to be able to jump the gun and overcome those mistakes yourself. So that is from free information if you go to o'neillgerald.com. Back to Tori. Love these belts, right? And that's another thing as well. Got nothing on my list. I love the way that she actually just drew back the sound as well. So she made that a little bit shorter. She could have went, got nothing on my list, like she usually would, but she decided to break it. Got nothing on my list. Absolutely. Right? And then when she says, hold you on the 25th, it's definitely different than the recording, because in the recording, she kind of brings it into a head voice with, hold you on the 25th, as she puts it down for the second verse. But she actually allows the hold to be much more open. Hold you on the 25th. And she leaves the sound bright. I love it. Come on, background. Right? And if you hear, like, there was a little bit of that vocal fry that she does with her Britney Spears interpretation. I just wanna, what exactly did she do? I just wanna. Even the fact that she's using that, I'm just like, there are so many colors and that she has access to with her voice, because it's so well trained. I love, and when I say trained, I don't necessarily even mean that she's classically trained. She probably isn't, but the culture that she grew up in, and also the work that she's done in listening to other singers and learning how to sing in a healthy way qualifies as her training, and I love that.
None of that, keep the tags, I can't do without.
Ow, yes?
I just want one thing.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing. The thing. Oh, what did she do? Man, it's these little riffs, guys. I know I'm a sucker for riffs.
Tags, I can't do without. I just want one thing.
I don't even listen. Here's the thing. When you have so much access to your vibrato, you can speed it up, you can slow it down. Like, runs are just going to fall out of you, and I feel like that's just one thing that just fell. Want one thing. I didn't do it right because yeah. Anyway, Tori's amazing.
Don't you know that Christmas would be incomplete if you're not here with me? Sugar plums ain't half as sweet as you.
And honestly, like, this is for all of my baritones and for all of my my mezzos out there, contraltos, whatever. A lot of us have had a habit of being super jealous of people like Tori Kelly, because her range is just so, like, she sits in the pop money notes, like, that's an E flat 5, and it's just falling out of her. Like, for someone like say, and I love JoJo, so I use maybe I need to do a talk through on JoJo. Let me know if I need to in the comments. But JoJo, like, for JoJo to get up here, like, there needs to be a little bit more effort, a little bit more support. Like, for Tori, she's able to just, like, Christmas would be here with not. What's the lyric? Sugar plums ain't half as sweet as you, right? Sugar plums ain't half as sweet as you. And she's just living up there. That's just where her voice naturally is. Again, and I will hammer it for like probably until the day I die. Tessitura, 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 tessitura. Meaning the places where your voice naturally blossoms, where you sound the best, and where you're the most comfortable. Now, that all three of those things have to be submitted to the fact that you're actually using your voice properly. That's probably why you want a vocal coach like me, to learn how to do that stuff. But if you're using your voice correctly, you're going to see what your voice naturally does. And especially for Tori as a songwriter now, she's able to write songs and to direct arrangements to be in keys that allow her to be in places that her voice naturally blossoms. And so that's a lot of the reason why we're hearing her in such a comfortable place.
Okay,
here we go.
No more silent nights. I'll be by your side.
Right, so by your side, right? And we can even hear she still has access to those intimate, lighter notes, but we're gonna hear her blow the roof off of this place. Let's listen.
Don't you know that Christmas?
Right? And I love what she did there because that was actually a very safe thing to do in terms of scooping the note and instead of just like, getting it right on the dot. I feel like that kind of helps her to get in that mode of singing in those higher belts for her. Don't you know at Christmas? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're not in with me, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, again. So like we have now gotten like the balance between the brighter, bolder notes and the softer, more intimate notes, but again, they're all in control. Like I'm just like, I don't think people realize how perfect of a singer Tori Kelly is. Perfect is such a strong word, but she sounds the same all the time. And she's so well practiced as well. That's actually something that I personally want to work out, this mode of being well practiced, someone that actually, is diligent. And that's part of the reason why I started doing, and because people probably ask me, why haven't I been doing more vocal talk-throughs? It's because I was actually going through Brandy's new album B7 week by week, and that actually gave birth to what is now my new live Twitch show, Listen Deeper, that is live on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Twitch at twitch.tv/O'NeillGerald. And part of the reason why I started it is because I know that for me, I may not necessarily be as great a singer as Tori Kelly, but I know that for me, I am a teacher, and I know that in my teaching, I want to be able to hash out things a little bit smoother. I want to make concepts easier for you guys. So like my Twitch show is where I'm able to do that live, to actually, this, like me even doing vocal talk-throughs is actually a part of my practice in terms of breaking down concepts and making them accessible for someone that's not even a singer. When you're well practiced in whatever your craft is, you're able to just spit things out live. You're able to be dependable when you need to do something. And so like for her to just sing her entire album, she's so well practiced that she can do that. For me to pop out a vocal talk-through because I'm practiced in relaying information, I'm going to be able to do that. So this is probably just a big lesson in practice in general, whatever your discipline is. Even if you're not a singer, if you're a musician, if you are a mathematician, if you are an artist, if you're a chef, like the more that you practice, the more that you can be dependable in your outcome. And I think that's something that we can learn from Tori Kelly's career. It's something that I'm definitely learning from her career and in her live consistency, is that if you're consistent enough and in your practice, you can be dependable anytime live, and people can know you to be to deliver exactly the way that they expect you to. I'm so proud of her, and I'm so thankful for her example in excellence. Right? And you can already hear where she's sitting in that nasal cavity for that note to remain bright. And then here comes the big note. I love this note. I love it. When I heard it, I was like, this is crazy. Hold on. Like that is a G sharp 5. And it's just so even. And it's just like, I can even see her just like, am I gonna go for it? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. And then she pulls the mic away, and it's just like she's just wailing, and it's just so easy. It's bright, it's even, and it's so well balanced. And probably the thing that would fool you about a G sharp 5 like that is that you wouldn't really see how actually mixed that is, because she's so well balanced in terms of the way that she executes it. But best believe that there is some head register in there that's allowing her to keep that tone lifted, and to keep that note in tune, and not just in tune, but lifted off of her chords, so that she's not, busting out notes. I heard her mix up to like, what was it, a B flat 5 or a B5 once? Because the mix was so well balanced, you wouldn't be able to tell that she could actually descend into the rest of her range with that. But best believe she has more than that G flat, than that G sharp 5 there. And I'm just, oh, it's crazy. Let's hear it again. Right? And I can't even. I'm totally making up the run, but it's crazy. That last note was beautiful. Oh, and that was lightly mixed. It was very lightly mixed. That was a beautiful way to end Tori. This is why she's one of my faves. Like, she's just so consistent. And just like the nuances. She's just she's got so much access to everything that is her voice. And it's crazy. And this song has now become one of my Christmas go-tos because it's just so, it has this light balance. I was playing in the car the other day. Absolutely awesome. So yes, Tori Kelly's amazing. And yes, I want you there for Listen Deeper. Again, my Twitch show on Tuesday. I need you there. So head over to Twitch, follow me, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because this is the place where we think deeply to create art that changes the world. I'm glad that I have a new setup where I can be a little bit more consistent with vocal talkthroughs and also have Listen Deeper. So we're doing Listen Deeper, we're doing vocal talkthroughs. I don't know what else will be here, but I'm working hard and we're in the grind. So the rest of the grind. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.